I believe that top advisors have things in their pocket that they are experts at. It could be the ability to take a file and hand it to another advisor that's a specialist and let them go do this, because you'll make twice as much money.
When a new client comes in the door, I energize myself by thinking of them and their situation as a puzzle to be solved. I try to put the pieces together. I try to understand what it is they're trying to do. And frankly, that's the most important thing you can do, where you should spend the most amount of time, not collecting data, facts, and figures, but understanding the client.
The advantages of doing collaborative work are almost too many to mention. There is certainly less liability for an advisor. It enhances their credibility because in their clients' eyes, they are encircled with a team of professionals who work for them. And I think we have to be honest enough with ourselves to accept the fact that we can't be great at everything, and that there are others who would provide something better than what we can do.
Some advisors will feel that it's their role to always be the smartest person in the office or smartest person on their team. And I don't think that's a fact. I think what you want to do to be successful is to hire people who are smarter than you, actually. And your job as an advisor is to care for the client, understand the client, and ultimately organize the resources of your team that work with you and for you.
An example of collaborative work would be if an advisor happens to have a client, a corporate client primarily, who has an executive team who is in need of having certain risks furnished or looked after. He would then share that information with me. I would design a program and sit with the other advisor and their respective clients to explain the process. Funny enough, it allows an advisor to spend less time and actually make significantly more by using the specialty areas of other advisors.
So I position myself as a specialist in retirement income planning. I have so much experience in that area that I've seen just about everything. So when they come up with, I'm worried about this, I've seen it 10 times already. So I'm able to deal with it, and this is how we've dealt with it in the past. And quite frankly, I'm better at it because that's all I do. If I was a generalist, I would have a working knowledge of dealing with other ages, but I wouldn't be as good at it, and I'd have to research it every time. That takes a significant amount of time, not very profitable. The only downside to what I do is it's not as intellectually stimulating, but it's much more profitable.
If I have a client who happens to fall in love with the advisor who I've called on to assist me, is my fear that I'm going to lose that client? If the agreements have been documented properly, it stipulates ownership of the client from the get-go. So even if my client likes the other advisor better, and that's fair, I want the best for my client. They still have the ability to work with the other advisor, but the advisor knows that work will still be split with the individual who introduced them in the first place.
You pay it forward, you do right by a client, the client will appreciate that, and you never know. That individual might end up really respecting that process and come back to you with a referral down the road. So you just never know. At the end of the day, I think you need to treat people in a professional manner, and I think good things will happen.
And I can tell you this, from the first time I did that to today, if I want to put a monetary value on it, I make twice as much as what I thought I was going to make by doing it myself. And it's an amazing thing. And I had to do no work. All the work was already done that I needed to do. Now they took the baton and off they go.
Our commitment, both as advisors and specifically to MDRT, is to always hold the client's best interest at heart and provide them with the best solutions. That way, the client always wins.